Gryphon Storm Yashua Radio is now live. Streaming Marvel's Midnight Suns, Marvel Midnight Suns Episode 2.
Welcome to Marvel Midnight Suns. This is episode 2. This is Joshua Gaming here. Welcome to Marvel Midnight Suns. This is Marvel Midnight Suns. This is episode 2. I'm Joshua Gaming. Here it is on... Here we're going to continue where I left off. Day 2.
Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the forge. I think he has another present for you.
Pet this dog.
I will see if I can find you a treat later. Feeling good today, girl.
Salutations. Don't sneak up on an old lady like that. You'll be back to your old self in no time, kiddo. It's good to see you getting back on your feet. I didn't think you'd have any trouble remembering the way. As they say, it's just like riding a bicycle. I doubt you'll be at this level for long, but I'm glad to see you progressing.
Next thing I know, the sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
I don't get it. Strange couldn't just magic his way in?
Something about the whole alien thing threw off his mojo.
That explains so much. No wonder he gets so strange around me. See what I did there?
I'm a vampire. I see everything.
This is gonna be a fun apocalypse.
You'll be back to your old self in no time, kiddo.
Oh, check out Blade making nice with the big guns.
I thought Caretaker told him no more guns in the house.
Captain Marvel is an exception.
So, he's supposed to be playing nice, right?
Let's talk later, Hunter. Tony'll start pouting if you keep him waiting too long.
The hunter needs it after that last beating.
Man, can't wait till it's my turn for an upgrade.
Prepare for a long wait.
For all of us. Or hasn't it sunk into that flaming skull of yours yet?
Hey, don't take it so personally. It's not like they forgot about us.
We'll see.
At least I'm not the only one adjusting to this midnight sun thing. Looks like you're off to a good start. We all had to start somewhere, even me. I'm sort of an outsider here too, so I'm happy to welcome any other stragglers that come along. Stay hungry. You'll get there. It's a strong start, I'll give you that. Space can be a little isolating. It's nice to be around other people once in a while. Training pays off. You just have to stick with it. I don't know why people keep bringing up arm wrestling. Have you ever seen me arm wrestle? Probably not, and there's a reason for that. Looks like you're off to a good start.
Heard you had a nightmare. In the words of Agami Ito, don't be afraid. Bad dreams are only dreams. Hunter. Guess I can put away the garlic. Won't do much good against Hydra. Caretaker's never exactly been bubbly, but the last couple months, she's been in a real bad mood. Nobody knows exactly what it is you remember, so they'll probably want to hold your hand for a minute. Don't take it personally. This place is like a resort compared to some of the spots I've worked out of. Heroes have just gotten spoiled these days. Stay hungry. You'll get there. People need a place to unwind. Wouldn't mind a dartboard, though. You just keep getting tougher. You'll show them. With powers like yours, any progress is good progress. Keep at it. You should see some of the vampire nightclubs they've got these days. Even legends gotta crawl before they can walk. Gotta start somewhere. Wonder where Caretaker stashed the phonograph. Here Agatha used to love listening to that thing. Axe throwing is all the rage with the Brooklyn hipsters. Maybe we should give it a try. Just waiting around to see what pops off next. People need a place to unwind. Wouldn't mind a dartboard, though.
Привет, Hunter. Do I look like a Tony? Yes? You have problem? Yes? You have problem?
Not that it makes any difference to me, but I think Tony's waiting for you, Hunter. He seemed excited. Tony Stark used to be the ultra-rich jerk I saw on TV. Now, he's the ultra-rich jerk who eats all the cashews in the bowl. Captain Marvel beat me at cards. Yet another phrase I never expected to say out loud. First we crawl, then we stumble. More doesn't mean better. If they want to be part of the team, they'll have to earn it. The other day, Tony Stark made some crack about avocado toast. Why are the elderly so obsessed with food I've never eaten? It's hard to watch TV when the world is falling apart around us. Feels like we should be doing more. I would love to get some hoverboards. I really want to race Ghost Rider on hoverboards. Lots of new faces around here. I'm good with that, as long as they understand who's in charge. And the team is even bigger, if a lot of us are even a team. You're on your way up. I don't care if we have a new teammate. I am not sharing my room. Tony Stark used to be the ultra-rich jerk I saw on TV. Now, he's the ultra-rich jerk who eats all...
Heard about what happened in New York, Hunter. I'm sure whatever Tony's cooking up down there will only help. Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He'd love this place. Sorry if I went a little heavy on the aftershave, but it's not easy covering up sulfur, you know? Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He'd love this place. Hey, look who's awake.
Now?
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered. Well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep. I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think it could have used a cloak.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
Still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
You think everything could benefit?
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
I feel our intervents. I have a job to do. I like to wake up the wrong side of the grave. I'm honestly more worried about you. I say this when I'm worried about you.
You lost much yesterday, Doctor. I am the one who should be asking you how you are feeling.
I appreciate that, Hunter. I admit I did not expect the child of Lilith to have the capacity for such empathy. And you're right, of course. I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
No, you let your guard down. I was never a good idea. And not cheater. Do not blame yourself. Do not blame yourself.
Lilith's power has placed a dark shroud over us all, Doctor. You are not alone in this.
Your words are appreciated. Still, I must not allow the underlying truth of the situation to become shrouded as well. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday. It was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
What about the serpent Wanda prediction? I'd like to know more about Wanda. I have to be going now. What is actually this venom?
That creature on the roof. You have run into it before?
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
Nephew seems to find others to use him for, and A is willing to participate. Maybe Spider-Man can tell us how to deal with him. Maybe Spider-Man can tell us how to deal with him.
It sounds like Spider-Man is Venom's nemesis. Maybe he has some insight.
Of course. I have no doubt Spider-Man will prove to be an invaluable asset in the ongoing fight against both Venom and Lilith.
What about the second line protection? What about the Sanctum Wards protection?
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
The security signal has never been broken, or remain again about the keyline, or amusing to retake the sacrum can restore its warp. I say, is and say the word is broken.
And no one has ever broken the spell? Ever?
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined a scenario in which the wards could be broken. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is among the more cunning enemies we've ever faced.
I'd like to know more about Wanda.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
What happened exactly? Wanda has been staying with you at the Sage Room, or Wanda really is powerful as they say, Athena? What happened exactly?
That must have been some accident.
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to control her immense but very raw power. As their training progressed, Wanda was encouraged to push herself further. Eventually, she pushed too far.
I have to get going now.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend. Ah, Hunter. A word?
Curious.
Orb of Amito. Strange orb of Amito. Amito, I think. One of the few artifacts to recover from the Sage Room. Sage Room. The power energy emanates from the inside of the orb. Seems to rotate immediately.
Ah, I see.
Strange cape. Strange cape. One strange cape has been in the ornate cave of ornate glass cave. The cape is float in the air rapidly, slightly through the air and still.
Fascinating.
The cutter table. This desk is a cutter. A colored desk with a book of those older than you, and you are the quite old.
That is something.
Chest with vials. One chest with glass fiber contains glass vials.
What is this?
Hey.
Interesting.
Tony's armor. It's Tony's armor. One of the Tony's armor is Iron Man suit, polished too hard to gloss through is powerful off. His eyes seems to follow you. Total trail cards. The star. Now is raised into the stereo night sky, surrounded by the stars that repent support of the team. This card symbolizes stereo hope of the future.
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
Thanks, I appreciate effects. Probably a little too soon to tell. I do not think. Why those demons in the forge? Thanks. What is the fix?
It is nice having an armorer on demand.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing. Was this close to making it menthol flavored. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
Why is it special about the new suit, anyways? Do you seem to like the magic? You see anything strange around the Abbey? What's exactly in this room? So what you are the story is Tony. I think that's it. What is so special about the new suit, anyways? What?
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
I like the whole suit. Sounds impressive, but I do not. Yeah. But what does it all mean? I do not know how half the words are, but I think there's a suit. Well, do the middle one.
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
You do not seem like the magic much.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
You mean the change it because of me and my mother? So why are you friends with the wizard then? Gamma, again, you all seems to really love this stuff.
Gamma seems to be a recurring theme these days.
Oh, you think I'm bad? You should ask Bruce. Actually, don't. He's been really sensitive since... You know what? Never mind.
Anything strange around the Abbey?
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
I'm not scared of you. You're not scared, are you? It's supposed to a black cat. Suppose it could be worse. A black cat.
Was it suspiciously elusive, even for a cat?
Actually, yes. Thought I was going crazy there for a second, but clearly I'm still firing on all cylinders. It just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, black, furry. Cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster knowing this place.
Exactly what is this room again?
What sorts of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
Because we cannot use this again, Venom. It seems a little dangerous. That sounds amazing.
I am impressed with your resourcefulness.
From where you're standing, I could see that. Still, I doubt I'll be branding one of these with the Stark Industries logo anytime soon.
So what is your story, Tony?
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head, and was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a supersuit and started fighting crime.
That's a lot of deal with. Well, we guess we all work out in the end. Bet you feel yourself, ain't you? Well, I guess we'll work out in the end.
You seem well adjusted enough, considering.
Exactly, which means there's hope for you yet. I find these apocalypse scenarios will save you tons of therapy.
I think that's all for now.
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time. How goes it, Hunter? Or is it the Hunter?
Oh, it's gamma coils.
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at ye old demon hunting school, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it Coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They are using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it.
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? Hey, Hunter.
A tutorial announcing gamma coils. Tony Stark used the materials to recover battles and create hero abilities.
We never close.
Once one of those abilities offer, you can select them choose wisely.
Take a look. Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
The tutorial heroes abilities. You have gain a copy of cellular clips. Abilities. Take a yard, duplicate, and be combined into a new, more powerful version. Carl Davis, the pain in the worm keeps on floating around. Anything can I do? I'm trying to read and all its hovering to make it hard to communicate. Stefan, again, go to the or good and nothing, perhaps. Would you yell more permanently results? Carl Davis, whatever you said, we can make it stop. Steph, you can hear the bears it while longer. My patience required in the forge for the Portland sense of refinement. Carl Davis, don't sweat. I covered them with a sheet or something. Tony Stark, can we else use from the spooky crew help her out? Prepare before Carl angry was to pay. Carl Davis, too late. They were away. I'll be in the war room until we get a result. Steph, I'm curious when I arrive to a painting where we claim in there perhaps a place. You can thank me later. I want to say that's magic. You can Dex hero possibly have 8 abilities required to combat deck. To equip new abilities, you may first on-equip with abilities which you replace.
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
Yes. About you?
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
Endow me or joke of course she does not. Endow me.
I learn faster if I understand the person who trains me.
I can respect that. Go ahead.
What about you? What about the Midnight Suns?
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Tell me what's your name.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes?
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
Have you always been a vampire?
How did you become a Dampier?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
How is that possible?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
How old are you?
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
How did you get here?
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
What about the Midnight Suns?
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
Did you see like the there? Why you joined the team? I want to know more about the teammates. What do you think of the Midnight Suns? What do you think about the Midnight Suns?
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
I had more questions.
Of course you do.
Why you see like why you joined the team?
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Guess I never found the right team.
Is that all?
No, but that's all I'll share for now. You really want to know? Put in the work. If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
I want to know more about your teammate.
What can you tell me about the others?
Nothing. Ask them yourself.
I'm not asking you to break anyone's confidence.
Fine. Which one?
Nico?
Tell me about Nico.
She's the youngest, but she acts like she's in charge.
Why let her act like that?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the Midnight Suns without her.
What makes you say that?
She has a lot of heart, and that's why we let her. Anybody else?
Robbie.
What about Robbie?
He's exactly what he seems. Well, sort of. He's open with people, easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the wrong impression. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or I'll hold it against you. Anybody else?
Magic.
What do you know about magic?
Keeps to herself.
That is it?
She's a private person. Until she lets you in, that's all you need to know.
When does she let people in?
At her own pace. Respect that, and it'll happen faster than you think. Who else?
Tell me what you think of Sarah.
Well, there are few people I tolerate, even less who I like. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture, and we're a part of it. I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And from what I understand, we may have to.
I am surprised she commands such respect.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like more than any of us.
I do.
Anyone else?
That's all.
Nobody else.
Sure.
I have to go.
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Ability. Upgrade ability. Level 0.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Ready for more?
Tutorial. Upgrade ability. Heroes. If you have a exposing two copies of the two abilities, you can combine them to create a new one, more powerful version.
All right then. Hey.
Hey there. Yes, hello. Yes? You have problem? Yes?
Welcome.
Of course they want to join the Midnight Suns. We're the best. Can't wait to pound some steel. Gonna glue my lats 3 times as big. That's what Robbie sounds like every time he hits the weights. Too much open ground out here. Should probably go back inside. The Avengers take up more and more space out here. I keep expecting to walk outside and trip over a Quinjet. Caretaker always says the Abbey guards its secrets. I always assumed she was speaking literally. You'll get your old moves back soon enough. The Hunter is back in action. Practice makes perfect. Eventually. So what happens if Magic's portal isn't exactly on target? Do we just topple out of it into the ocean? Oy, that's gonna keep me up at night. Can't wait to pound some steel. Gonna glue my lats 3 times as big. That's what Robbie sounds like every time he hits the weights. First we crawl, then we stumble. You're on your way up. You'll get your old moves back soon enough.
Erethole! I mean, hello there. Apologies, I was astral projecting with someone in the backwards verse. Your power grows with each passing day, Hunter. Knowing how selective the Suns can be, I'm honored to have been given this opportunity to join them. Blade seems to be most comfortable in the yard. It's the ideal space for him to hone his skills while deftly avoiding social interactions. Considering the immense power you and some of the others control, it's fortunate that we have this open space available to train in. Is there an official oath of some sort I should be taking, or is it just black leather and gruff attitudes? Now that I'm a member of the Suns, maybe I can convince Blade to tell me where he buys his sunglasses. Were we not so busy dealing with the pressing matters of evil, I would have loved to spend some time studying the unique ecosystem surrounding the Abbey. As I understand it, warriors, presumably demon hunters, were trained on this field for centuries before the Abbey was transported to its current standing. I'm not sure about you, but calling this space the Yard feels very prison-y to me. Blade seems to be most comfortable in the yard. It's the ideal space for him to hone his skills while deftly avoiding social interactions. Considering the immense power you and some of the others control, it's fortunate that we have this open space available to train in. Were we not so busy dealing with the pressing matters of evil, I would have loved to spend some time studying the unique ecosystem surrounding the Abbey.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding, Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
There's a real way inside. Just give me another shot at it. That's a big thing. Does anyone take anything serious? There I want to pick the first one. There's going to be a way inside.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. But that got me thinking. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've gotta find a workaround. As in Hydra, they've gotta know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking, but then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Cannot compare to me. Exactly. Let's see. How about we start now? How about we start right now?
Well, if there is any time to put your powers of persuasion to work, now is the time, Captain.
Trust me, Hunter, I'm looking forward to it. Hydra's been a thorn in me and Steve's asses for years. Can't wait to remove them for good. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
On the prowl?
Yo!
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say Gamma?
Yes,
Hang on a second. Come on, Tony. You managed to stream the Super Bowl to a Kree battleship 50 light years out. This should be easy.
Oh, we waited all year for that game, and you know the Skrulls would have spoiled it for us if they got the chance.
Well, can't you just... I don't know.
Work my magic again? See, that's the problem. This time I am working with actual magic, and let me tell you, it sucks.
Hello.
Ow. The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
The two of us on the mean streets of New York? Evildoers beware. Not a bad place to be posted up, all things considered. At least I'm not down in the dungeon with Tony. The plans laid in this room have probably helped save the world more times than we know. It's too bad most people won't ever see it. We all had to start somewhere, even me. Tony really wanted to impress me with this new operating system of his. It seems to get the job done, but Stark OS? Come on. Stay hungry. You'll get there. It's a strong start, I'll give you that. I've seen that magic table over there forming all kinds of odd shapes, almost like it's bored and waiting for a little action. Training pays off. You just have to stick with it. Yeah, I've got a few games on the new machine. Just don't tell Tony. He's a stickler when it comes to productivity. Not a bad place to be posted up, all things considered. At least I'm not down in the dungeon with Tony.
Well, it's not my place to say, but if I were running an artifact smuggling ring, I think I could find a little better inspiration than some kind of Prohibition-era bootlegging operation. Excited for another mission? I'm excited, and I'm probably not even going. Excited for another mission? I'm excited, and I'm probably not even going.
You're just lucky Tony knows how to reach me. It's hard to explain exactly how far out I was in terms of this FaceTime.
It's been a long time since I've been involved in any major undertakings like this. Maybe two.
The bloodsuckers I usually deal with don't have Hydra's resources. What's up?
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Stark's holographic monstrosity better not scratch my table. I can't just hop over to Atlantis and pick up another one, you know. Regardless of what Mr. Stark thinks, the mirror table was guiding our hand reliably for centuries before the advent of computers. It's good to see you getting back on your feet. I couldn't begin to count the number of missions we've planned in this room over the centuries. Ambushes, sieges, open warfare. We did a bit of everything back in the day. I didn't think you'd have any trouble remembering the way. As they say, it's just like riding a bicycle. I doubt you'll be at this level for long, but I'm glad to see you progressing. You'll be back to your old self in no time, kiddo. It's good to see you getting back on your feet. I've always considered this room to be the unofficial heart of the Abbey. Sure, there are quite a few other areas of interest, but this is where the action comes together. Carol seems like the perfect fit for the war room. I already trust her implicitly when it comes to our tactical readiness. It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think about that one for a minute.
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night, brooding personality. Something tells me these midnight warehouse raids are pretty normal for you.
Very.
This area in particular?
Occasionally. Good for a late night snack.
Oh.
The falafel place down the road. Stays open till 3.
Oh, right, sure. Only maybe next time say it less vampire-y. Monsters from hell, portals to limbo. It's all relative when you're working with the big bad Midnight Suns.
We're going in from the rooftops. That may seem old-fashioned to Captain Marvel and friends, but we Midnight Suns tend to obey the law of gravity. Gets easier each time you step through one of these things. Not easy. Easier. Is that your way of getting my attention?
Looking forward to going a few rounds with these new and improved Hydra soldiers. I offered to fly us to the creepy warehouse, but Caretaker said something about the spells shielding this place being extra hungry. So hey, stepping through this interdimensional rift sounds good to me. Monsters from hell, portals to limbo, and Tony said you wouldn't be any fun. Looks like you're off to a good start. We all had to start somewhere, even me.
We don't really cross paths, but from what I know of her, Captain Marvel fighting Hydra is like you and me fighting ants.
Normally I'd just meet you there, but I'm actually a little curious about this portal you've built.
Don't worry. This is a different portal to a different location. Go when ready. Ignore visions of this way. You have problem?
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Probably can scratch a band end off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps a more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now. Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydra's. Lilith's. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
Gonna need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
Defeat all enemies. Defeat all enemies. Complete the encounter.
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce. Don't make the same mistake twice.
Even for Hydra.
This is gonna hurt.
You do not have to show off for me, Blade.
We will not fail.
Gonna have to try harder than that.
A weak attempt.
On Beta, moving into position.
On territorial tactics, on tactics mode allows you to go quick access to the tiring battlefield on caution of the enemy. Activate tactics mode by pressing L2.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right?
Lucky to still be breathing. Was that truly your best?
We're still doing this?
Get ready. Your mother. Lord.
We will not fail.
Payback's gonna be fun.
On radar, moving into position.
Is it possible he somehow stabilized the rate of decay within the particles themselves? How else could he be achieving such a high yield?
I don't know, Bruce. I'll be sure to ask him when we're done punching out the bad guys. Take this! Ouch!
Captain Marvel is Captain Marvel can now move to binary. I play 3 of Captain Marvel cards will draw the binary abilities. In binary ability state, Captain Marvel deals significant more damage. Captain Marvel will lose her binary state once all of the block has been removed.
Watch. These fanatics are always the same. Feeling strong today.
Pull back and regroup.
You are going to pay for that.
You're way out of your league.
Perhaps Faustus's device is worth further study. If you wouldn't mind, Carol, I'd prefer it if you and your supernatural associates not...
Smash it?
You are a force to be reckoned with.
Time to bleed.
I am impressed.
Go! Now! Quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
Watch out!
Get her!
Objects. Remove the Hydra artifact. Receive mastery artifacts from the truck. Break the steel guard. Protect the truck. Use the recovery artifacts. Secure the artifact.
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
Sorry, protection. How to any objects that are protected cannot be completed. Reduce the Hydra shield guard block to 0 in order to break the protection.
You really think that'll be enough?
I feel more like myself every day.
Watch Brooks.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Let's do it.
Never seen that before.
Hail Hydra!
Had just about enough of this.
I almost felt that one.
What is happening?
They just don't know when to quit.
No one will touch you.
Tutorial. Heroes are dazed. When a hero is dazed, they are unable to react. The other heroes must to take number of actions before the daze effect wears off. tip. Number of actions are displayed on the hero's health bar.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
Unknown to you, there is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape with it.
Here it comes. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
Light is on our side. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
I think they can arrest you for that in New York, Blade.
Hail Hydra!
That's still not gonna be enough.
Lucky shot.
My time to shine!
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variance gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
The car crate, the field,
One less thing to worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
Hydra's standards have fallen a great deal.
I feel great.
Your fate is... Hail them.
Total room. Once you using the movement until it all can be really.
Forever in service! We're all gonna get...
Alright, that hurt a little.
Hope you're ready.
That's not supposed to hurt.
These delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. I suppose by now I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple hands on me.
Give the mother my regards in hell.
Not a problem.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. They cannot possibly match your strength.
We've done it!
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate, full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier, that one almighty. Something, something, gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves? Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid? You do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The eternal spirits of vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always movie night.
Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
I should rest. Another time. Let me see. How did this work again?
Tutor Superlink. Nico has sent you a message on Superlink. Once the on the change your pause menu is the bunker. Then you said I wanted to navigate to final what's it or to take the new message. Nico, Hunter, are you there? Nico, Hunter, are you there? By the way, it's Nico. In case no one gives you the rundown how the speed spark work. Blade and I have Captain Marvel fills you in us. Fakely stuff. Exclusive to. And there is all just left me here alone. You should we come out, hang out. Thank you, but I'm tired.
Come on, Hunter, I know you're awake in there. You just replied to me. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll wait. Yeah, I should save that one for Hydra. Ugh, you're as stubborn as flame. Just because you immortals have all the time in the world doesn't mean the rest of us do. Open the door already! Come on, Hunter, I know you're awake in there. You just replied to me. Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little? As long as Caretaker doesn't come up with some busy work in the meantime, I'm perfectly fine here at home. I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
That's terrible. What about your father? So what was your thing when you found out? That was terrible, I must say.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
So I do not know. I never saw Lilith as my mom. Lilith is anointed and nothing more. Lilith is anointed, nothing more.
The only thing I want to hear from Lilith is a death rattle.
That's one way to save on Mother's Day presents. Enough about her crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. Can we do it again? So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
What's the Staff of One?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
How does that work actually? I see it's powerful by limit. How does that work actually?
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of, and not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
Can I ask about the Runaways?
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
How did you become a team?
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out 2 very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Where are the runaways?
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Where's the runaways today?
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in L.A. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
About the stuff of the one. About the stuff of the one.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
Seems a powerful limit.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
We should go now.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you using your free time productively.
I will see if I can find you a treat later. You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
It's a Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
Were they really good? Were they really that good? Things do not seem all different. Change can be a good thing. Change can be a good thing.
To stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... She's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
If this is too hard for you, how can I be that be? Are you doing this for all this? Are you doing it with all of this?
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that, but it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
You give up on her? I do not hear her reception. You did not make the move. You give up on?
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
For balance. The hunter could find the path to the light of darkness, of the choice of the ink in the abbey. Abilities there are used in combat. Powerful rewards can be unlocked as you move down each path. films. Friend, press L3 on you while outside you on the Abbey ground.
Agatha?
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face. What is it, Charlie? Find something?
Tutorial heavens. There are numerous heavens in the location of the Abbey grounds. You can discover heavens. No, I think it's haven. You can use it. Special time. Hang out with a hero where your friendship rewards are increased. Each haven can be used only once. Each hero can attend a single haven over the course of the game.
Ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood gate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
The challenge mission, the trial of the Allen God. All-Star opens the way to location bears. Remain player level 1. Turn level 3.
Is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah? Caretaker was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge?
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Objective: delete all the enemies. Delete all enemies to complete the encounter.
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the Giver of Justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
I am impressed. You are too weak for this fight. wear me down.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Your fate is... Your mother abandons you. You had your chance to escape. Feel my call. Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Gross bonus. You got 40 mission points. 20 finish in 2 turns. 15 in normal at 20%. It's 75 gross. You got Hunter as the magazine. Wanda's Journal, February the 13th, 2020. I thought just surprised as I was when it happened to shine out of the ground. The blood magic was not supposed to just walk right into there, but once again, here we are. She told me not to worry about how. I can not worry about trying to gain the blessing in our repository without the face in the trial. Did not even know what I was looking for. Really just some way I could help. Whatever, at least now I can get into magic groups when I should have gone me out. That's just for a male it is. Still. Open the world power avatar. It allows you to move it locked and get gates to be open. Open will allow you to access new areas of the Abbey. It's a ground which you locked by the magical meaning.
Sarah is right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Tutorial World Power. World Power means your magic chance. The hunter you can use on the Abbey grounds. To use World Power, R2. Hold R2.
Must not be her purview. Ashtur smiles upon me.
Level, I should level up. No points. Fit to know fight bonus resource. Continue. Tutorial. Arcane level. The hunter is increased the arcane level. Search using the world power. Exploring the Abbey grounds when you put the Charlie will grant you arcane knowledge which you can increase the hunter's arcane level. Higher arcane level, the hunter will gain increased powerful rewards from the Abbey grounds and arcane chests.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here.
And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
The goddess of order approves. There are cracks in this wall. goddess disagrees. Noble Ushtur guides my hand. The Standing Stones. There is powerful magic at work here. My old fort. Caretaker was furious when she found I had built this. I wonder what she was really afraid of.
Handmade lily doll. This lily doll is my mother's before she changed.
I never got the chance to truly know my mother. Only the monster she became.
Mythology. The ink is watercolor illustration. Almost jump off the page. Here, accent America. Oh, this is a Hunter Journal, June the 26th, 2010. Sometimes I woke up and I'm still caught up in my dream I ran, but seems to go nowhere. My dream seems to go on and on. Darkness and freezing, and I am trying to hide and make myself as small as possible, not the same for her something There is no thing strange voice screaming from far away, and I am on my feet again, running. I never fast enough. I feel like those dreams are distant memories, or maybe something yet I come. But when I shake away the sleep, I'm safe and warm. Athena, Sarah over here, everything feels okay. There's a distance.
I need to find the next moon seal.
Okay, cookbook for the gift of amateur. Gift for those the recipe looks different. Moderate skill is September 1712. I only have so much time before the shadow falls upon the ground until I must continue to train. I must continue because who am I to stay and be? I am the hunter. I hunt. I will hunt.
great seer, known as Endra Moore, is buried here. Much like Nico, her powers came dangerously close to crossing the line. But she was among the most loyal of the Midnight Suns. This is which sign?
Oh, witch sign. The graph that shows witchcraft is always one of the devils. Journal of Shaw, December 4th, 1688. People of Salem line up outside, drawing at the Jensen Park. I cannot be more pleased how many people seek out the truth of those walls with regard to the kitchen and the power within the page. I will set them free. I am the one who has been chosen. Praise the Queen for granting me the blessing, the power yet where there light. There are no who oppose the cavern of which is secret. Around us, divine light, long shall I see that distraught, they will be stopped. And the caretaker doll. Caretaker never did like this idea of recognize the doll.
Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods.
The Hunter's Journal, November 3rd, 1712. This is no longer a light that he once was. All that remains darkness. Remains of darkness, darkness that wears the face of the woman once called my mother. I am prepared to lay down my life for any will perish. If you do, I'm not acting. Only one of us will seek to walk away from this. Don't that. Wait, I will be me. I can feel it. There is only moment left. Only forging a quarry recipe. Still tips, tricks, and quarries. Most heaven and fortune is us delivered free. Strength token and get a common gift.
That is something.
A wicker shut. Token, material, content, everyone,
Interesting. Intriguing. I was always drawn to this place as a child, but somehow I had almost forgotten about it. Curious.
I made father doll, a doll for my father. I spent extra time on this one.
This rubble looks loose. Fascinating.
Cleo. The pet cemetery is true. And starting on honor of the values to the honoring pet, beloved pet, Chloe. Hammond Hunter doll. The skull never have leaves the family behind, because that's why I made it.
Was I ever really this innocent? Maybe before I started my training.
No one has magic. One of those works of magic that treats the subject as responsible. Man train attack is. Back here.
She believes in our purpose. blessings of the goddess.
It is a different thing. Tarot cards with a wheel. Tarot cards, wheel fortune. Dawn knows why the witch wheel well turned. Appearance show answers at the belly of the cards. So this cards because luck and good fortune along with opportunities in your future. I think there's a power we can go over there. There's still power. That's that. Here is that. Ugh. Fireman of the witch trial. No, victim, I think, of the witch trial. Growing vessel creates witches. Hey, do I open chest right here? I got a key. Oh, this must be. I cannot do that one.
It is one of the elemental rods.
Airbrod, the cold stone that lights out, mostly flowing with fluff, which is a great one that core rolling thunder clouds, which emits small bursts of light from time to time.
This looks like a fairy ring.
There's a lot of things. Yeah, did. We did. I think I was really. It's the who is there? That's in there.
She does not see it happening. Blessings of the goddess.
Sure, open keys. You can click open keys. Open keys, you can open this. So, yeah. say I know what that is. I want to hear about it. That's how it is. Looking for an American chest on the heavy ground to unlock each American key. You will unlock with American keys or American chest. Reset period so you just open the chest. If you can open again with a higher American level, more rewards each American chest will have. You draw a quick card. Draw a card with a quick.
What you doing, Charlie?
this is the end of this episode 2. Next episode, episode 3. Third episode. My name is Joshua Gaming Radio. See you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye, everyone. And who come in, you can follow me right now if you like. I'm having a good day. Bye.